You must be very proud of them. And I'm sure all the people of Purbeck are very proud of them. I know Purbeck is proud to be the home of the Armour Centre. Over the years that the Armour Centre has been in Bovington, many thousands of officers and soldiers have undergone training there. This has provided the opportunity for them to explore Purbeck and come to love this jewel in the crown of England's countryside. More importantly, the Armour Centre has provided first-class training to ensure that the Royal Armoured Corps is a strong fighting force. The skills learned at the Armour Centre contribute to the safety and security of the young men and women serving in Her Majesty's Armed Forces. The location of the Armour Centre in Purbeck also brings many benefits to the local communities of Purbeck. There are economic benefits of having young people working at the Armour Centre and living in the area. The Associated Tank Museum goes from strength to strength and is now a major tourist attraction, not just in Dorset and the UK, but internationally. There are environmental benefits due to the work carried out at the camp on biodiversity and by keeping parts of the district free from excessive disturbance by walkers, etc., thereby encouraging habitats to prosper. Furthermore, men and women of the Armour Centre play a full part in the community life in Purbeck, especially in the villages that are nearby. These are important to the District Council and the people it serves. They also signify a long and close association between the District Council and the Armour Centre. So it gives me immense pleasure, pride and pleasure, in presenting you with this scroll as testament of the freedom of the district given to the Armour Centre.
Mr. Chairman, it is a great pleasure for me to accept this Freedom Parchment on behalf of all members of the Armour Centre, just some of whom are on parade before us today. May I express the thanks of all of us for this most special and rare honour bestowed on us by Purbeck. We are truly grateful and thank you most sincerely. As you have said, the links between the district, its towns and villages, and the services are long-standing. In the Army's case, there have been camps at Bovington and Lulworth since the time of the First World War. Indeed, not far off a century ago. Throughout all that time, the military and civilian communities have supported each other. Support which is much appreciated and needed. Indeed, today, with the challenging nature of operations in Afghanistan, that need is brought into even sharper focus. The Armour Centre is principally a training organisation through which soldiers pass on their way to the regiments and battalions of the Field Army. It does not deploy on operations itself, but our links to operations are clear and direct. Tragically, we have lost 3 soldiers in Afghanistan over recent months, each of whom was trained at Bovington or Lulworth. Most recently, Trooper Anthony Leverett of the Royal Dragoon Guards, killed last Monday in Helmand when his Viking armoured vehicle was blown up. We will strive to build the links between us over the months and years ahead, so that we are truly one community in Purbeck. The award of the district's freedom is the foundation upon which we will build. Mr. Chairman, thank you again for this great honour.
Major General Rutherford Jones, I am very pleased that under your presidency of the Old Boys Association of the Junior Leaders Regiment has been formed and grown rapidly. The former borough of Wareham granted the freedom of the borough to the Junior Leaders Regiment of the Royal Armoured Corps in 1970. This marked the 50th anniversary of the regiment's training at the Armour Centre. When the regiment closed in 1993, the freedom was handed back to Wareham Town Council. And with the formation of the Old Boys Association, it is now fitting for the close ties between the regiment and the Purbeck area to be renewed. I know that the Old Boys are now spread throughout the world. The fact that so many have joined the association shows their loyalty to the Junior Leaders Regiment. I hope their return to Purbeck brings back fond memories of their time at Bovington and the area. As both the Chairman of the District Council and the Mayor of Wareham, I am particularly pleased to present you with this scroll as a mark of the freedom of the district. The District Council gave unanimous support to the granting of this honour, and it is given in appreciation of the long association of the regiment with the area and in recognition of the highly important role of the regiment in support of the armed forces of the Crown.
Lord Lieutenant, High Sheriff, Mr. Chairman, soldiers of the Armour Centre on parade, my own old boys from the Junior Leaders Association, of course all the members of the public here. It's so lovely to see all of you here today. And I'd just like to say, if I may, three things. The first, sir, is to say thank you very much to you for allowing the old boys of the Junior Leaders Regiment to have the freedom of Purbeck.
It's a great pleasure.
Well, it's a great privilege for us, and we will be very proud of it, and forevermore. We're not going away. We enjoy being the old boys, and so I hope that Wareham and Purbeck will see much more of us. And indeed, I was a junior leader myself on the staff some years ago. Indeed, started my marriage here, so Wareham is in my soul. The second point I'd like to say is to thank Colonel David Swan and the Armour Centre for being on parade today, and also to thank the old boys themselves for being here, coming from all over the country. And I know in particular, looking at those of you in uniform, how busy you are. In fact, it's remarkable just standing here and just looking at the numbers of medals on the front of your chests, which in themselves tell quite a story of commitment. So you are busy, and I appreciate that, and the band also, who played so well today. But of course, as Colonel Swan said, your presence here ties in that very important link between us and the society that we depend so much upon. And I'm sure you appreciate how important it is. But you all look very smart, and I much appreciate that you are here. The third point, ladies and gentlemen, if I may, is to all the public here, and including that the VIPs and officials. And I speak on behalf of the Chief of General Staff, General Richards, who is the professional head of the Army. In many ways, it's quite appropriate that I'm standing here with the Chairman, Mr. Osborne, today. Only very recently, his grandson came back from Afghanistan. And my point of saying that is that I doubt, ladies and gentlemen, that there are many families in this country who are not in some way at the moment affected by what the nation is doing abroad in Afghanistan. And we're going to be there, I suspect, for a while to come. I don't know, ladies and gentlemen, that we necessarily seek sympathy from the nation for what we do around the world, because after all, that's the job that we voluntarily chose to do, and we are very proud to do it on behalf of our nation. But we do need the nation's support. And I look around me, left and right, up and down these streets today, and it's so clear to all of us. And this ceremony today could be replicated right throughout this country, probably today as I speak. The nation's support is so evident.